100 bins and made it do the running, man. They know how we coming, man. Go and get this money, man. I came up from...
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
On first down, it's Rosen. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
That's what I do. Here we go now.
On second down, it's Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On third down, Rosen. Here's Booker on the catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line.
All right, here we go.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Gone, gone. All right, here we go.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they got something good going there, and I think those numbers are going to increase.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now a play fake here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Set. Green 39. Green 30.
Here's Hunt, and an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Rudolph now to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Rudolph on first down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Charles Harris in there to get him for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Gone!
From the gun, here's Rudolph. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They go play action here on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. In for the score, and the Chiefs are in for 6.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Hunt. And able to get this this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Lucky 56. Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Rudolph going to throw on 3rd and 1. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And he's got Booker. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Rosen on 1st and 10. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Rosen. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. On 2nd down, Rosen. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now let's go.
This is Hunt. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They run with Hunt. Room to run again. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Rosen to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From midfield now, here's Rosen. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Dante Hightower on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now it's Rosen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now they'll run on the draw. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and, boy, they were successful.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Rosen on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Basham in there to bury him for a loss of 11. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On first down, it's Rudolph. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll toss it to Hunt. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. The Broncos in the hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. Rudolph on 3rd down. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now it's Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Rudolph throwing on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Leopard!
After the interception, here's Rosen. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Rosen will throw. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick here is good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And down it goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Rudolph now on second down. His throw incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills. And it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Rudolph. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting, back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set and ready for whatever they put out there.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Now Rosen looking to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Le'Veon Bell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Rosen will lead them up here to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Lucky 56.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And a nice spin into some open field. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That good for 19 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
First down, it's Rosen. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic. But usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds Malcolm Mitchell here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rudolph. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Green, 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other two-thirds, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw on 1st down to Josh Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Okay, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen in today's NFL, they're going to weigh over 300 pounds, but that doesn't mean they don't have agility. And the way that they can get out in front of a runner and create a space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and the runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because it's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked really well for a nice piece of yardage.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They go play action. It's Rosen. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. That one now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Panthers. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And now it's Rosen looking over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's Rosen. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Bell. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Well, this drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Here we go now.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now Rosen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Rudolph. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here's another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. That looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
He'll get it up the middle. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Rudolph again. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interception. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Now let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Hurry up, here we go.
The give is to Bell. After the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space, taken down right at the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Now let's go.
Again, it's Bell. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, it'll be a much happier locker room here as they get that first win after 5 straight losses to start the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for Denver, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ayy, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, now it's by the stove. Big inside this case is one. Do me dirty, I'ma find you lay out on the floor. 19 with a I got bricks by myself. Rather do this alone, I wasn't asking for no help. They keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone, he said most of you a star. I said brother hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. I got tattoos on my face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated. For a second, lost myself, I was too busy getting. Now they see me out in public and be knowing what my name is. All these rappers want the clout and the life of being famous. I just wanna be stable, tell my family we made it. I was coming for my spot, a young had to be patient. Now I'm running up, these bands can hit the island for vacation. I've been know my haters, you could say I'm constipated. 5 racks on his fit, just to stunt while I'm in Vegas. On my body, shout out to my Caleb Young. Got the cake up, now these wanna date us. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo.